everybody, what is up? It's Belinda. Welcome back to my channel. Now, this video, we have got a little bit of James Charles drama. Hope you're all doing okay. Hope you're all having a great Friday. So, we're going to kick this off because James Charles is in the drama, is being talked about again. When is he not? Because people seem to think he's using these TikTokers to get more views on his channel. All the collaborations that he's been doing while COVID has been going on. People are talking about that over on the old Beauty Guru Reddit and stuff like that. So, let's dive into some of it. And yes, my look is a little bit crazy. But, you know, I had fun doing it, playing around, trying to sort of kind of follow the Made by Mitchell, Mondays by Mitchell look. I don't know. I mean, I kind of like it, even though it's a little bit crazy and I feel a little bit kind of bird of paradise, you know, but I made these lashes myself with some of the petals from this flower. I actually went to Poundland and got this and glued these petals onto these lashes and stuff. Because the petals that Mitchell used, they were from Shrine, I believe, and they were like £15. And I just really can't justify spending £15 on pressed flowers to use in some false lashes at the moment. So I was like, you know what? Let me go look for a little cheapy fake flower. See if I can find a nice cute blue one. They didn't have any lighter blue, so I've ended up with this like navy thing. And then, yeah, just stuck on a few random petals. So that is what we look like now. I don't hate it. It's like a little bit crazier than I'd normally do, a little bit more difficult than I'd normally do. It hasn't come out like Mitchell's too much, but I don't hate it. Really don't hate it. I mean, it could be better, but you know, I tried my best, so hey, this is what we've got. Now, back to the James Charles drama. James Charles and his latest videos, his latest YouTube videos, people are talking about it over on Reddit. They've started this whole thread, as they always do, you know, gossiping, chit-chatting, slagging James Charles off, all this stuff, because he dares to name drop celebrities in his videos and because he collaborates with TikTokers like Lorray and Chase and Charlie and Dixie and all of the younger ones. You know, the thing that Trisha Paytas is always calling James Charles out for, saying, oh, James Charles is hanging around with minors. You know, me personally, I don't have a problem with that. I'm like, you know, let him do what he's going to do. So what if that is bringing him views? You know, who cares? If he's having fun and people are enjoying his videos, does it matter that he's hanging out with people who are a little bit younger? But Trisha Paytas has a lot to say about that all the time. Oh, you know, it's inappropriate. They're too young. They're minors. All of this. She's always popping off about James Charles. But the people on Reddit are also popping off about it. A lot of them don't like it. And this is people in their kind of early 20s, mid 20s who were watching James for the makeup. So let's get into what this thread said. Am I the only one utterly fed up of all the constant name dropping in his makeup tutorials as well as the boring TikToker collab vids? I used to really enjoy his makeup videos because I genuinely think he's good at it, but recently it just seems like he's in competition with himself as to how many celebrities and famous people he can get into one video. Millie Bobby Brown in the latest thumbnail. Like, okay, we get it, you're a celebrity too. I don't know, I'm just quite bored of him now. And in the replies on that thread, someone said James Charles is making content for his target audience who are children, tweens and younger teenagers. Someone responded, yeah, like this name dropping young celebs isn't surprising. Somebody else said, I agree, definitely me starting to feel my old age of 23. Haha, it's just disappointing because I really did used to like his content. Another person said he absolutely uses famous people in his thumbnails and rides off the coattails of his TikTok famous friends to drive views to his channel. I think James is talented, and while I'm absolutely disgusted by his disregard for COVID safety guidelines, I wish he'd use that creativity he has and pour it into his channel instead of boring ass collabs with people he clearly has no chemistry with. LOL. I agree that while the numbers are there, his channel is boring. Then another person brought up the topic of Manny MUA. Manny was almost cancelled for social climbing, but James is just out here doing the do. The ongoing inconsistency to influencer fan base really bothers me. Someone else said, yeah, it's not lost on me that James's best friends are whoever has the most clout at the moment. First Tati when her channel was at its peak, then the Sister Squad, and now the TikTokers, etc. Part of that could just be growing up with different interests, but you can't deny there's a pattern. James uses the collabs to bring the big view numbers to his channel. Somebody else said, I was trying so hard this past year to appreciate James's space in the community and gave him a really fair shot. But the past month of content from him really pushed me over the edge, as seen in my post history, LOL. He said in this video that he has been experiencing huge gains recently. That is clearly due to his connections to the TikTok community more than his YouTube community. He has been so heavy on the collabs with TikTokers that now, because that is what is in and he is targeting that younger TikTok demographic, the young kids that are already staying at home because their parents tell them to, the kids that don't grasp the seriousness of this pandemic. Now, James Charles did recently reach 25 million subscribers. I believe he's gone over that now as well. So that's amazing. That is insane. But here he is yet again being called out for doing these collabs during a pandemic. But you know, the pandemic is serious. You know, this is at a point where there were no hospital beds in LA the other week, and you know, they're not taking it seriously. None of the TikTok crowd, Tana Mojo, you know, Nikita Dragon, none of them are taking the pandemic seriously at all, and it's affecting their whole city. You know, it's affecting the whole of LA. But none of them seem to give a shit, you know. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that James Charles just clings onto anybody who's really, really popular to try and kind of pull himself up? Do you think he's a social climber is what I'm getting at? I mean, is it social climbing or is it networking? What are we going to call it? Yes, Manny MUA, a couple of years ago, he was also kind of cancelled for social climbing, but really it's networking, isn't it? Because what do when you're on YouTube and you're in the beauty space? You look for bigger collaborators, you know, so that you can grow, right? Surely, if you've got any common sense. I don't know what people expect, but the one thing that I don't agree with is James collaborating with loads of other people during this pandemic, because of course it's dangerous, you know, it's affecting other people, it's selfish, it's just really not the thing to be doing right now. Anyway, I am bored of talking about James Charles now. Let me know what you guys think, but now I'm going to show you what I put on my face. So for my base, I just used what I normally use, which is these Kryolan TV paint sticks. So I don't know if you can see the name. Oh, yeah. It's not going to come out on my phone, but I used 2 shades of this and another colour to do contour. And then I also used a little bit of my good old trusty MUA London bronzer. I use this all the time. It is really subtle, but I don't care. I kind of like that, and I use it to go over like cream products normally. So that is what I use for that. And then what did I use for my blusher? I used the Luna Beauty one, the Moon Prism blush. I am obsessed with the shade Twilight in here at the moment, this peachy orangey one, and some of the Mitchell blush. This one, the Mango Daiquiri, that one. Because this is actually, although it looks very bright orange, it comes out kind of yellowy on me. It pulls yellow. So I put that down as a base first. Then I go in with powder blush. Then on my eyes, I have used, I started out by using some of this paint, the P. Louise Mitchell collaboration paint in Raver. Mitchell, when he did his look, he used one called Glow Girl, but I don't have it, so I went in with Raver and then used a few shades from the Stacey Marie Carnival Love Tahiti palette. This palette is actually really nice. I love it. So I used the shades Fruity, which is the purple. I used a little bit of Mango, that bright orange one up there, and I used a little bit of this yellow shade as well, first of all. Then I cut into that with some of my P. Louise Mitchell blank canvas paint, that one. Then I have used, in the little first kind of line that you see there, I used this one, which is, this is the base, not the paint, because I don't have a blue cosmetic paint. So I went in with that one there, and then put blue eyeshadow and some green eyeshadow. There we are, in that first line that you see up there, just underneath where I first cut the crease. Then I've got blue and green eyeshadow in there. Then this, oh, knocking my straw. This is also what I used on the inner portion of my eyelid as well. Then I have put some shadows from the Blue Blood palette just in there, in that front portion. I use the shades Blue Monday and Blue Blood, this one here. So then I went back into the Stacey Marie palette and took the shade The Deep, which is the blue right in the corner there, just to do a bit of a wing on the end here. I don't have the wet liner that Mitchell used to do the liner, but what I used instead was this one. It's the NYX, what is it? Vivid Brights. There we go. The NYX Vivid Brights. And this one is just a liquid liner. So it's like that. It's not the same thing as a wet liner. But again, I didn't have the right colour, so I had to find something that was kind of similar, you know, that I could do the liner gig with. So she came in handy for that. And then, what else have I used here? The other palette that I've used is a little bit of this one. This is from the Crayon Case. They're a black-owned brand, and I think you can only buy it from America. But I used the shade Old Banana for the highlight here. And then there's more. See, this look has got quite a lot of stuff in it. For the glitter up here and in there, I've used these ones. These were the Mitchell Beauty Bay glitters. So I used the shade Mama and Medal, which is the silvery goldy one. And then lips. It goes on. There's so much makeup in this look. I used Prom Night lip liner. And I used the Jeffree What the Fuck lipstick. Then I put a bit of the Candy Ass lipstick in the middle. And then Spank Me Gloss is what I got on top of that. Then, what else did I use? Oh yeah, the gems. The gems. Now these, again, I think the ones that Mitchell used were probably from Shrine. But the ones that I used, actually, see, I just took individual gems off of here. Just picked them off and then used a bit of eyelash glue to put them on my face. These, I actually found these at like Savers or something, and these were like £1. If you go to Shrine, they charge like £15 for them. And I'm like, you know, pandemic, we've lost our jobs. We can't really afford to be paying £15 for gems or petals. So I was like, can I do this in a more affordable way? Yeah. Petals and this, £1. These, £1. Just picking a few individual ones off. So I'm like, you know what? I'm on a budget. I'm doing a similar kind of look on a budget. That is my gig. So guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for watching my video. Hope you liked it. Let me know. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care. Stay safe. Stay well. Let me know what you think about all the James Charles gossip. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Love ya. Bye bye.